50 appearances then, what's it mean to you to reach that landmark?
Yeah, it's a huge achievement, I think. It's one that I've been waiting for a while. But yeah, it's a nice achievement for me and my family.
It's a little bit of an understatement, waiting for a while, I guess, after more than a year out. How do you feel the returns going this year?
Yeah, good. I think the recovery this time was a little bit more challenging than the last time. But now I feel totally fine, feel ready, I'm fit, ready to go. Like.
Relief to get your first try back last weekend? Yeah,
it's sort of that sense of relief. I've been dying to get over the whitewash for a while, so yeah, it was a nice moment.
How do you cope with absences like that mentally as well as physically?
Yeah, it is tough, but I think the support that you have around you is a massive help. The physios here down in the Ospreys are great, and obviously it was a little bit tougher with COVID kicking in, so obviously we had to do a little bit over FaceTime and little stuff like that, and social distancing rehab, but I thought the physios done a great job, and yeah, it is tough, but once you get to that stage where there's light at the end of the tunnel, yeah, it's a nice feeling then.
Is there a sort of nervy moment in your first match back where you think, how's this going to hold out?
Surprisingly not, no. It was a total opposite, I think. It was quite weird because I normally get quite nervous before games, and you'd think that I'd be extremely nervous my first one back, but I think the excitement took over the nervousness, and I think that first game back, Dragons away, I think I was just bouncing, just raring to get back up there, and yeah, it was a nice moment to get back up there.
What sort of progress do you feel that the Ospreys have made during that period when you were watching from the sidelines? There seems to be a lot more expectation around the side as a whole at the moment.
Yeah, I think we've come on leaps and bounds. Obviously, everyone knows about the tough time that we did go through last season, and we should have done better, and there's no hiding away from that. But yeah, I think obviously with new management coming in, Toby, Brock, I think they've done a great job alongside Fussell and Duncan. I think this year it's really shown that with the results that we're getting.
And what has Brock James brought to the party then?
Yeah, obviously he's an experienced player, so he knows the ins and outs of the game. So obviously our first phase sort of movements and stuff like that, and just the little details, like we don't really have to overcomplicate things. It's just doing the good things, the simple things, very well.
Dragons away, Dragons at home this weekend. You made your comeback against them away. Could have a difficult individual opponent. Maybe Jonah Holmes, Ashton Hewitt. They've got a bit of strength out there, haven't they?
Yeah. They got some good wingers down in the Dragons. But I think it's an opportunity to put myself against that good opposition, and yeah, I'll just relish that opportunity.
And it could be an opportunity for the team to virtually seal a place in the top three and Champions Cup qualification and so on. How do you see it?
Yeah, obviously, in terms of qualification stuff, it is a big game, and not forgetting that it is a Welsh derby as well. So obviously, yeah, it is a big game, but we're just going to focus on ourselves and try and build on the performance that we had in Ulster.
And personally, you've obviously been in the Wales squad before, you've been on tour and so on and so forth. How far do you think you have to go to get back to challenging at that sort of national level as well as making a mark at regional level?
Well, at the moment I'm just concentrating on getting a starting spot here at the Ospreys. We have some great wingers here in Matty Prothero and Luke Morgan, also Dirksen and George coming back from camp. So I think at the moment my mind's not really on anything much further than that. So yeah, I'm just concentrating on playing here and taking my opportunities.
And you've come back into a great environment now, haven't you? It seems to be vibrant, it seems to be picking up dramatically, and I guess you can't wait for the next game or potentially even next season. Yeah,
of course. Like I mentioned earlier, I think the new management have brought in a nice fresh air, and it's nice to be working under Toby and the rest of the management. And like I said, I think the way that we're playing as well it suits us back three guys. We're looking to play a little bit more than we did in previous years, so that only excites us backs.
And does the impact of having Brock around give you that encouragement to maybe make that subtle change to really to try and break clear and take a few more risks?
Yeah, of course. We maybe been guilty of the last few years not taking them risks, or making that extra pass or whatever it is, or maybe running from deep. But I think Brock's really brought in a philosophy that if it's on, we're playing, and that we're going to take them opportunities.
Yeah, and there's so many young guys, or young guns, I think we should call you, in the back line now. I mean, okay, you've got the old man at the back in Dan Evans, but there's so much young ability there.
Yeah. I think even if you just look through the full squad, I think obviously you mentioned the back line, but I think if you look through the full squad that we got at the Ospreys, I think we've got a really young team here, and a lot of local guys who want to actually play for the Ospreys. So I think that's only just going to get better and better with the experience that we're going to get. And yeah, I think the young guns, like you mentioned, I think they're doing a great job.